One thing I would never do is try to confuse people. I think often that my lack of technical knowledge affects a whole lot of things. I don't mean it to do that. But a lot of times I just don't get it, I don't know what I can do to make up for my lack of technical knowledge. I spent the last like 45 minutes trying to put this together. And I keep failing over and over again. I just don't know it. So here's what we're going to do. Um, I'm going to read you guys a story. Now, the story is not going to be ended today. The story will be ended tomorrow. Several friends of mine told me that I should read some hiking stories. To just kind of get things together. But my thing right now is that, yeah, Evil Black Cat's like, why did you not tell me there was a problem? Because I have some pride. I try to think that, with my intelligence that I can make this whole thing happen. And I suck at it. I suck at it more than people. I've had so much schooling, but I suck at it more than most people that have. But I try. I try really hard. And so what we're going to do right now is we're going to talk for a little bit. Then I'm going to read you guys a story that was sent to me 2 days ago. And me and the author did a lot of revision and talking about it. We discussed what would happen. And we decided that we would go ahead and he would agree with what I had done, but you will not hear the conclusion of the story until tomorrow. No, guys and gals, nothing's wrong. It's nothing is wrong. It's just my lack of understanding technology. I mean, I've done every time I come up to do a stream, I get confused. It's like, oh, da, 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 da. It's like I don't know what I'm doing most of the time. So it's Windows 3.1, 3.5. I don't remember what it was. I knew it, but once Windows 95 came out, I became pretty stupid. But yeah, and Evil Black Cat's right. Tomorrow, she and I are going to go to my mom's house, and she's gonna do a video for her channel where she is going to bake a cheesecake. And I'm going to go with her because I can rely upon my bizarre and weird sense of humor, which is one thing that gets us going. But I'm going to read you guys at least one story tonight, which I got sent 2 days ago. 2 days ago, and I think you guys will like it. It's freaky. I am the type of guy who will spend my. You want cheesecake? Watch Evil Black Cat's video tomorrow because she takes after my mom. Actually, we both take after my mom, so she may make the most tender cheesecake ever. Because at Thanksgiving or Christmas, Christmas Eve. We went over to my parents' house. It was a big deal because I went over there, and me and my stepdad we've been at odds for the past like 6, 7 years. I mean, not just odds, but like we want to kill each other. Because I don't like people telling me I'm a liar, and he told me I was a liar. And the other thing I don't like is I don't like people raising their voice to me. And he raised his voice to me, and it's like, you better just back the fuck off, bitch, or I put you in your grave. But don't take it the wrong way. I'm not violent. I hate violence. That's why I like pro wrestling. Pro wrestling is not violent, but me and my stepfather were at odds for like 6 years, and after my brother passed away, we made amends. But the whole reason I'm talking about that is I get to go over to the house. I get to go over to the house, and me and my stepdad are on good terms. I get to go over to the house, and I get to have the interaction, and me and my sister and my mom are going to make a video, which they will be a cheesecake making video. And I think that maybe I can't speak for Evil Cat, but I think she may say the reason she wants me is the reason that I may want me there is because my sense of humor. I'm really good at spontaneously bad jokes. I make people laugh when I'm around them, and I value that so much more. But yeah, here's what we're gonna do. I know the things of 3 stories. I'm not gonna be able to do 3 stories. I'm really exhausted. I'm gonna get up in the morning. But here's what we're gonna do: is I'm gonna say a couple things, and I'm gonna read you 3 pages of the latest story that I got. The latest story that I got that, damn, it scared me. I mean, I hope that people are able to look and see that the greatest and the scariest thing in the world is what might have been. Yeah, and thank Evil Black Cat for putting up the coffee thing. I was gonna do that too. I just, again, I'm tired. And her mind, my mind is obsessive. I see things here and there. I I see this like, oh, accomplish. She thinks more clear than I do, but yeah. Buymeacoffee.com. It's all about the cats. The cats are great. We have 8 of them. They're great cats and everything. But well, that's a good idea, Kelly Cat. I don't try to get money from anybody. I don't mind if you guys contribute. In fact, I like when you guys contribute, and I love the fact that you guys are loyal and care about me. That means a lot. I just hate. That's the reason I don't have a Patreon because, like, even though Michelangelo, Donatello, Van Gogh, Gauguin, Monet, Manet, they all had patrons. I don't know. I just feel bad, doing that. Maybe I shouldn't, but it's like I just feel really, really, really good about what I do, and I feel so good about it. I don't think I should be paid. But the people that pay me for it, I thank you. But yeah, buy me a coffee. Like she said, you can do. I get a hold of my stuff from Pixabay, pixabay.com, and I contribute buy me a coffee. No, Patreon's not bad. I didn't say that. Please forgive me if that came across. Patreon is good. I think Patreon is one of the things about this world that connects us with classical history. But I just won't ask. I will not ask. I've asked for help a couple times. I don't like it. If people want to give us help, I will accept it. But I won't ask for it because I don't like asking for it. But the most important thing are our cats. We have 8 cats and 1 dog. Our dog is not doing great. I'm starting to worry about her. She's had some seizures and stuff. And our oldest cat. Hey, Rooster. No, come on, Rooster. You want it? You know you want to say it. You gotta do this right now. Rooster Cogburn's here. You gotta do it, right? Fill your hands, you son of a bitch! I'm sorry, I had to do that. But yeah, no, I think I've mentioned many before that I actually prefer the Coen brothers, the Jeff Bridges, True Grit over the original, even though I'm older than most people would probably care about. I've seen True Grit, the original, many times, but I prefer the remake. Sunday Wasabi. Now, everyone say hi to her. Sunday Wasabi consistently kicks my ass at Words with Friends. I think she's been letting me win a lot lately, which is awesome. But here's what we're gonna do, guys. Let's talk about Asherella here. I did a whole video on Patreon about how I butt for younger users. Oh Lord. You know, Asherella, I'm not young. I wish I was young. I really do. I look young, and most people think I'm younger. Most people think I'm younger than I am. You know, even that Google thing where they had taken a picture of you to tell you how young you are. I ended up being 13 years younger during their picture than I actually was. And that means that I'm 12 years old because I won't admit to anything else. Well, hello, Dark Siren. Hello. Me too. I'm old as dirt. Oh, stop. No. No, you're not. You know, dirt's pretty freaking old. And I grew up on the beaches. You know, you did that whining by yourself. No, Sunday Wasabi's right. She kicks my butt, so we're the friends, and she accepts the fact that I'm a drama queen, and I don't care. I am a drama queen, and I will not deny it. I believe Astrella is saying that it's like kids who are YouTubers. Well, yeah, you know what my sister has done over the past few years is she has given me links to some of the more popular older YouTubers who still seem to be able to capture the youth, and that means a lot. Hey, everybody, please say hi to Gentleman Raven. He is an awesome guy. He's been keeping me company. I mean, there are a few people on Twitter and stuff that keep me company and make me know I'm not crazy. He's one. He's right up there with Mortis Media, Phantom of Darkness, of the Grimdale Brothers, and Blue Spooky, Joey's Nightmares. They're just there. And Gentleman Raven is pretty motherfucking awesome. Just check him out. I will be 38 in February. Dan, I salute you. You know, so many people think I don't reveal my age because I'm ashamed of it, but I'm not. You know, it's life. You know, how old is Stephen King? Stephen King is in his 70s, but he is the most respected horror um, director, writer, everything in the past 50 years. Got Shirley Jackson, who's passed away. H.P. Lovecraft, who, if I'm not mistaken, was dead before Stephen King was even born. George Romero, who, rest in peace, I mean, a great director. But, it doesn't mean anything. That's what I'm thinking, is that, we have all these people getting all these ages together, and let's just give it up. Let's give that up, and let's give this up that, um, you know, we're in the United States of America, and right now, oh God, there's some challenging, horrible things going on. There's, I think right now that we're split in half. I don't know what's going on in the world, but let's just look at it this way. There are people out here that, again, Shirley Jackson, Stephen King, Dean Koontz, my sister, Evil Black Cat, will tell you she's a big fan of Dean Koontz. My mom is a monumental fan of Dean Koontz. And the thing is that I hate the conflict. I think they do too. My mom doesn't watch politics or anything because she doesn't like it. But some Dean Koontz novels are pretty scary. They really are. Watchers scared the fuck out of me. Now, my mom and my sister said Phantoms were both scary, but I finally watched. I've never read Phantoms the movie, but when I watched the actual, I'm sorry, let me rephrase myself. I've never read Phantoms the book. I read the movie. Apologize. My brain's here and there. I've not slept very good, but oh no, yeah, Stephen King is big into politics, and that's one of the things I like about him is that he, even though I think that his later work is not that great, I respect his. I think I should stop right now. If I say much more, you guys will know my political opinions. I've done a really good job to hide those. It's again. I mean, I love Stephen King. I actually love Dean Koontz. I love a lot of people, but I love Johnny Carson. Johnny Carson always said, keep your politics out of your career because people should love you for what you do, not for what you believe. So I tried to delay the stream for a while because I was working. Am I going to watch Raw tonight? No, I'm not actually. I think after we did the stream, I'm probably going to fall asleep because I'm going to. I gotta get up early to go over to my mom's house so I can help Evil Black Cat make her video where she is going to bake a delicious cheesecake, and I want to be there for her to do that because she helped me. She's a good moderator for the channel. She helps me keep myself grounded, and I owe that to her. So yeah. So I probably will not watch Raw tonight. I will tape it though. But if I need to speak on WWE, I fell asleep halfway through the Royal Rumble last night, and I didn't mean to. I just tired. I've been trying to keep myself on a schedule where I wake up early in the morning. Because oh my god. I'm sorry I had to pause. Everyone say hi to Kirk. Kirk Williams. One of the greatest people I have ever met in my life. He's a great guy. I love you, big guy. You know that, right? Say some cheesecake for me. Oh, no, 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 no. Then you don't know how much I love cheesecake. You know, if there's cheesecake in the world, I don't save it for anyone. Not my sister, not anybody, not my mom, not my grandma. If I could eat the entire cheesecake in a day, I'd do it. Cheese freaking cake. Yeah, go cheesecake. It's your birthday. Kevin Kirk. No, Big K and Kirk. Two wonderful, wonderful people who I love very much. But yeah, we are technically Generation X. Oh, I'm not. I will. Wait, am I? Hey, evil black cat. No, I am Generation X, aren't I? Okay, I'm gonna go like crawl into the corner because I realized I just said I was not Generation X and I am. So no, Kirk Williams, um, my friend Grievous is an amazing friend who I am happy now and will always be happy to have in my life. He's awesome. Big Kev is too. Big Kev, I mean, okay, let me tell you this, guys. Let me tell you the story. 4 or 5 days ago, for one of my exes, I had to, my ex didn't have anything at all. So I wanted to send my ex a computer. I have like 6 computers. So I thought I would go ahead and send my ex computer to maybe make their day more wholesome. I don't know. Hey, Elkie, hey, Elkie, I love you. You know that. Um, and I did that, but the problem was is that with all my things, I didn't send the motherfucking adapter. Oh, thank you for sending me the laptop, but the adapter's gone. I was like, I that's the best way to explain what I was feeling like. Um, so on Friday, I walked out to buy an envelope and take the adapter and everything. And that was one of the reasons that for the Saturday and Sunday stream didn't come through because I spent 3 hours, 3 hours in the cold and the rain because I wanted to get my stuff done. And by the time I'm an evil black cat will tell you. By the time I got home, after all that, I was like, "Fuck you all! I just want to go to bed." And the fact that I didn't, she even knows that the one thing I live for every year is the WWE Royal Rumble, and I fell asleep 2 hours before the male Royal Rumble came up, and I was just exhausted. I just couldn't make it, and I know as a scientist that you can't get sick as far as the virus goes from being cold or wet, but being cold and wet both really did me in for the past couple of days, and for the first time in years, I didn't get to see the Male Royal Rumble live. Everyone say hi to Lacey, please, because she was one of the people, her and Mortis Media, or two of the people that made my Dracula thing awesome. So hey, Lily. But yeah, that's just the what's been going on. I'm not trying to be drama queen. I try not to be drama queen. I just I would love a world where that I can communicate with everybody without without have to make excuses. But I my sleep is very weird, and I get back and forth on it. So, and she's talking about a carrot cheesecake. Everybody, please attack her. Attack her now. So I missed the rumble, and by that I mean I ignored it. Okay, Kirk Williams, my good friend Grievous here, has the total hots for Charlotte Flair, who is the daughter of my idol, Nature Boy Ric Flair. It's like I don't agree with Ric Flair on his politics. I don't agree with a lot of his views, but I grew up with Ric Flair as being the man in my world. And yes, his daughter Charlotte Flair won the Royal Rumble, and and the marks weren't happy. I was happy because I love Charlotte Flair. Now I can't say that I find her attractive. I think her butt's flat. but my late brother David found her extremely attractive. So I'm just gonna have to say that I have to defer myself to people who are better inclined to judge that sort of beauty. Do I know who won the men's Royal Rumble? Yes, I did. It was Drew McIntyre, which I think my sister Evil Black Cat was probably like thump 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 thump. Because my sister who is the my biggest fan, my best friend, who has a total freaking weakness for anyone who has an Irish or Scottish accent. Ha! Oh, Lucy, I'm good. All this talk about cheesecake. We're gonna make a cheesecake tomorrow. It's the reason why um I'm going to within the next half hour. I'm going to read you guys the beginning of a story. That story will be posted tomorrow. But the big thing I'll be doing tomorrow is I'm going to be working with my sister. We're going to make a cheesecake and make a video and do everything we can to make that video awesome. Kirk says, I can't believe they gave it to Drew. I was sure the plank of wood was going to win it. Yeah, Buffy is snoring, okay. Buffy's our collie, if you guys don't know. I think most of you do know, but she's old. She's old and she's worn out. But yeah, the plank of wood, no, it's the very moment that Drew McIntyre claymored Brock Lesnar out of the ring, I knew he would win. I should make a carrot cake instead. Why does it matter? I mean, you're not going to eat either of them, are you? No, the greatest people in my life, other than my mom and my sister and my brother, are diabetics. my several of the love of my life were diabetics, and it's like, no, no, cheesecake may be bad for you, and my guy here is diabetic. You should not eat either of them. If you do, I may have to come to Australia and kick your butt. I'm evil black cat and you're killer orange cat. Then what is mom? Um, um, the Yorkie mama. My mom's not a cat person. When I was do I sound sick? Oh, I'm sorry if I do. I'm sorry if I do. I'm not. No, I spent the past couple of days, running errands. So I've been out in the cold and the rain a lot. But um, I don't think I'm sick. It made me very tired. And last night, one thing I never ever do any year is miss the WWE Royal Rumble. And about an hour into it, I just need to go to bed. I was not feeling good. I woke up several times. I felt like I had a fever. I didn't feel good, you know. So yeah, but I don't think I'm sick. I think just maybe I'm exhausted. That's all I can really think of, I think that that much walking in the rain, that much paying bills, walking here, there, and the other, I think it just wore me out. I wasn't um, sick or anything. I just needed a lot of rest. And when I got the rest, I was like, I woke up and I felt bad because I felt bad that I was neglecting you guys because you've been loyal to me. Like, I think I have. There are people who have tens of thousands, even billions more subscribers to me, but I thought you were drunk. Let me just say this, Mama Bear. I wouldn't mind if I was. I'm not though. I have no issue with being drunk. It doesn't bother me at all. I do it every now and then just 'cause it's enjoyable. But no, it's just been tired. It's just been tired. And one of the things that I'm obsessed with is my feet. I wash every day. Even if I don't, every day I wash the hell out of my feet. I take a pet egg. I scratch my feet off. Jake, go to bed. This live stream can be delayed and no one will complain at all. Well, no one here will be, but, but, um, anyhow, here's what we're gonna do, is I'm going to, you're here, Big Kev. Did I really sound that bad, guys? I've been awake for like maybe, 16 hours. I'm not, I sound good to me. But here's what I'm gonna do. I'll make a deal with you guys. I'll go to bed, but on one condition. Let me read you guys a story. I will read you guys the latest story up until the climax of it. And then you will have to turn in tomorrow for the climax. Do we have a deal? Julio, I would rather see McIntyre destroy the Fiend. Do I really? Oh my god. Do I really sound terrible? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to. I thought that I started the stream early. I thought I'd sound better. Okay, so here's what we do right now: is I'm gonna read you guys the majority of the story, and then um maybe I'll go ahead and get some sleep after that. But I'm gonna read you guys the beginning. I think you'll like it. I mean, I'm gonna have to close the eyes from my chat. But yeah, give me a couple seconds and we will do it. Now, one of the scariest things for me has always been camping. Camping scares me. I don't know why people like it. I don't. It's like, okay, as much as you guys may not realize this, one of the scariest movies of my entire life was Titanic. Oh, what? Really? I'm scared of that sort of thing. I'm scared of that sort of existence. That sort of like, I'm scared of water. I'm really scared of water. But there are other things I'm scared of. I hate camping. I've never in my life had a good experience camping. And maybe that was because I was forced to do it as a child. I was forced several times to be out in a pontoon boat, and don't really know. It was scary, but slept in there. My family was asleep. I heard things going on in the background, but when I complained about them, it's like, oh, you're just being. Excuse my language. I'm gonna say it, but excuse my language. You're just being a fucking pussy. That's the thing my dad was. Like, you're going to be a man. It's like, well, Dad, maybe you have to be a man first. So, but anyhow, here's what we'll do. Give me a couple minutes here, and I will pull up the story, and I'm going to read you guys the beginning of the story. I think it's scary. It's a very Blair Witch sort of idea. And when I read the story, it really did a lot for me. I mean, it was freaked me out. So give me a second to pull it up, and here's what we'll do: is I'll read the story for you, and I'm not going to read the ending because I think you guys would all be happier to hear that ending tomorrow. And it's pretty freaky. I think about this. Are you guys campers? I hate camp. Just for the record, I hate camping. I've never been a good camper at all. So I don't know. But yeah, just give me 1 second and I'll pull the story up. I'm having a bit of a computer problem. Okay. No. Even though you saved the story, we're not going to give you a break. We ain't going to do it. No. But yeah, just give me a second. It's been going on, so it's But in the meantime, tell me, guys, are you scared of hiking? Are you a good hiker? Are you a good camper? Okay, so here's what we'll do. And I'm going to paraphrase a little bit. I got the story, but as most of you know, that I read the story with the people that I work with. So there was a guy named Tim, and Tim was the protagonist in the story. His best friend was Joel, and Joel and him, they spent their entire lives going through elementary school, going through high school, but they went to different colleges. But they made a pact that every year they would spend some time in the fall together hiking because they both loved the wilderness. So they went hiking. They took the the supplies that people take, and everything was fine. Everything was fine for about 3 days. But the main character, his name is Rick. Rick woke up and Rick was a morning person. Joel was a late sleeper. So Rick woke up and started to make breakfast. But as he was awake, he made bacon and eggs in a cast iron skillet. And of course, his Joel got up because who does not smell bacon and eggs in a cast iron skillet and like, oh, I want that. So they got up and they wanted that, and everything was good. But Ricky saw something on Joel's tent. It was a vertical line, a yellow vertical line, as if somebody had painted a line there. Now, both of these guys, they have this thing about playing jokes on each other. So they both had an idea of, guy, you guys are pulling a trick on me. And they kept each other at odds that day. The second day, they woke up and there were two vertical yellow lines on each of their tents. On each of their tents. Now, at this point, the protagonist was Joel, you're playing a trick on me, and things got tense. It's like, just give it up. Give it up. I don't feel the way that you feel. I'm not scared. And of course, Joel was like, no. I'm not doing anything. You're doing something. But so there were these friends who went into the wilderness every year and trusted each other, had that animosity. But again, the main guy, he's like, it's my best buddy. He's gonna like try to fuck me over. He's gonna try to play me for a fool, and I can relate to that because the thing is, speaking to me, it's like, if you can pull one over on me, I think you're the greatest person in the world. So anyhow, this went on and on until the fifth day, and our protagonist came out of his tent, and he stepped in something, and it was wet and gross, and he felt it, and he looked down, and he stepped in a puddle of blood. He began to panic. Joel, get up, Joel, get up now. And of course, Joel, the sound sleeper got up. It's like, what? And he stepped in a puddle of blood too. And the tenseness between the two got worse there. Because our main character still thought that maybe his friend was playing a joke, but if he was, it had gone too far. But, friendship is important. So they kind of had this animosity against each other. They kind of felt like, okay. Maybe I don't want the other one of us to get the heads up. So they slept again. And when our main character woke up the next morning, there was a decapitated bird. Now, by decapitated, I mean the body, not the head, outside of his tent. When he freaked, his friend Joel woke up, and there was a headless bird outside of his tent too. Now both of them were really freaked out. Both of them still had a little bit of anxiety against each other, but these are guys that have been best friends for the majority of their life. They came to the conclusion that something was going on, but they didn't want to blame each other anymore. And not only that, but I told you about those yellow vertical lines. At the point, there was 1, 2, 3, 4 lines, and the 5th diagonal line pointing through them. So obviously these weren't lines. These were a countdown or a count up. Well, both of them were scared shitless. So they made a pact. I mean, this happened a while ago. About 11, 12 years ago. So they didn't have smartphones, and even if they did have smartphones, I mean, you're in the middle of the wilderness. Smartphones don't really work too well there. So they made a deal that they would take shifts during the following night to see what was going on. And they had alarms on their wristwatches. So our main narrator, our main protagonist, took the first watch. And he was awake for 4 hours, and he was freaked out. I mean, he heard noises, he heard crickets, he heard frogs. he heard everything, and it was only 4 hours, but it was the longest 4 hours of his life because all he did was wait. Because he expected something to happen for that entire time. But it didn't. At 3 o'clock in the morning, he had a signal on his watch from his best buddy Joel. Hey man, I'm awake now. Get some sleep. So our protagonist, even though he had a hard time going to sleep, decided, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just leave everything up to him. So he tried to go to sleep, and he did fall asleep, but the sleep was messy. It was uneven. He woke up in his own estimation, it seemed like he woke up every 5 minutes. He wasn't sure, but he just kept waking up. And I'm gonna go ahead and just leave everything up to him. He slept. And in the morning, he woke up and he stepped out of his tent and he saw by the fire, which was still burning, he saw a decapitated deer's head lying by the fire. And he looked at his tent and he looked at his best buddy's tent. There was another line. Somebody was counting down something. And he didn't know what it was. I mean, he woke his friend up and they got into a fight. It's like, are you trying to play prank and prank on me? Are you doing this? Are you trying to fuck with me? And they argued, but came to the conclusion that no, neither of them was responsible for what had happened. Both of them were scared, deeply scared, and they decided. We've been hiking for about a week now. I think we need to go back because we don't know what's going on, but let's be better safe than sorry. And my friends, that's all I'm going to tell you. That's all I'm going to tell you. I think the conclusion of the story may be anticlimactic, but I hope you all agree with me so far that this story is really freaked the fuck out of me. Freaked the fuck out of me. I think it freaked the fuck out of my sister because we both like that kind of fear. We both like that tantalizing fear that that creeps upon us. But yeah, I'm sorry guys. I'm not gonna. I'll finish the story tomorrow. And I will give you a couple other stories. I think I'd be done camping. I don't blame you. There are a couple other things that happen in the story. That the guy's name is Jeff, who told me about the story. But yeah, I'll end the story tomorrow. Tomorrow evening, you will get not only the end of the story, but you will get a couple other stories too. But I hope you guys liked it, and it freaked the hell out of me. So I hope it freaked the hell out of you guys too. But I promise that regardless, I will give you guys all some more scares tomorrow. And yes, Miles, I agree. Rip Kobe. I was never a Kobe fan. But I appreciate people who dedicate their lives to their talent. And Kobe was talented, and I hope he rests in peace. Now, everyone else, tomorrow, tune in, and I'll tell you the rest of the story. Oh man, I feel like Paul Harvey. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that at the end of the video, and that's the rest of the story. Good night, everybody. Love you all.